Hello everyone and welcome to another Power episode of Iron Panther Presents. Before we get started, as always, I want to say if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. When we get done, if you like what you see, please like the video, share the video, comment on the said video, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. This is it. So we're talking about the end of book 1 of a great show called Power. And we're going to talk about episode 15, the leaked version, which I'm pretty sure is going to be the final version. But this is, again, a spoiler review of the advanced copy of episode 15, which was leaked a few weeks ago. We're about to talk about it. If you don't want to hear about it and you want to watch this after you watch the official airing of the episode on Sunday, then cut the video off right now so you don't get spoiled about this, okay? So I want to thank long-term supporters, Stacy Land, appreciate it. Rainy J, appreciate it. CJ32, also appreciate it. Dante Davis, the man writes in-depth analysis on the comments of these videos. He loves Power. My wife even saw his name on some videos that she watches. Dante, you're a hardcore fan, and we hope we're giving you content that all of you want to see. But we thank all of you for your support. Nikki Live, thank you also for your comments. Prodigal Gal has returned. Thank you for your support. I know she watches, doesn't comment very often, but thank you very much for that too. Chris Happer, thank you, also commenting on the leak video. I saw many of you guys commented on the leak video. So anyway, episode 15, what happened? Tariq killed his daddy. I said it in December. I said December 29th, I posted a video called Who Would Team Up to Kill Ghost? And I'm pretty happy about myself that I called most of this, okay? I said Tariq would kill his dad, Tasha would help, and Tasha would blame Tommy for it. I knew she would blame somebody for it, but I said Tommy, I was wrong. It was Q, okay? Her new lover. And but also, I also predicted that at some level, Tariq would work with Dre, which he did, and also that Tate would work with Dre, which he did, okay, to ultimately try to take out Ghost in one way or another, okay? But how did it all go down, right? So let's talk about this opening sex scene with Tasha and Q, all right? I think somebody wrote somewhere there like it was too much. Like, I don't care that Tasha is moving on with her life. I mean, clearly Ghost is moving on with his life. My problem with the sex scene was the timing of it. Please note that episode 15, they want you to believe it's the nighttime of episode 9, okay? Scorched Earth, okay? That's when Ghost went over to Tasha's house and beat her behind for helping Tariq sell drugs and for threatening to tell the authorities about everything that Ghost did when he jacked her up against the refrigerator. That's the same day. Now, mind you, in episode 9, she's so hurt and she has bruises all over her forearms and stuff that Tariq notices. Blanca and Sax notice. That's the same episode where Tariq, trying to stand up for his mom, goes to see Ghost and says, if you put your hands on her again, I will murder you myself, which he ultimately did, right? So anyway, they want you to believe that after getting her butt whooped, she goes to Q's house and tries to lick his stomach and all kinds of stuff and ultimately has sex with this man, but somehow he don't notice the bruises on her. He don't ask the question, where did they come from? What happened to you? That would have been a good opportunity to justifiably get Q involved in this whole one day we got to kill Ghost thing. But yeah, they want you to believe she got her butt whooped, she had sex with this man. Let's talk about the bedroom, okay? In all the seasons of Power, 6 seasons, all the sex that Ghost had, Angie had, Tasha had, Sean had, not once Holly had, not once did you ever hear the mention of contraception, right? Hence, Holly got pregnant, right? For some reason, I couldn't help but notice that they wanted you to know that when Tasha went into Q's drawer after Tariq tested her and she said she had to go, the Magnum condoms, for some reason, stuck in my mind. Like, why were they even there? Like, why? There was a wrapper on the ground to let you know that she's practicing safe sex with this man, I guess. And I'm like, did we have to know the man was swinging? I mean, I couldn't get that out of my head. I was like, okay, he has a big penis. What does that have to do with the story? Why are we seeing condoms? You can just show the gun. The gun will be important, okay? I'm like, what is going on with that? I don't know. For some reason, stuck in my head. Anyway, so Tariq, again, this is after, so this night, Tariq just got done threatening his dad, threatening to kill his dad, all right? So then, next day, what we got, all right? So then we move into that Tasha talks to Tate, okay? And this is important, this is important. This is why I say Dre and Tate helped kill Ghost, okay? If not, was the catalyst that would cause his ultimate demise, okay? Because eventually, when Tasha goes to see Ghost at the apartment in the penthouse, and I thought it was a very touching moment that she was looking over the penthouse, remembering all the good times she had with Tommy and Raina and stuff like that. I thought that was awesome. I really did. You know, it was touching. You know, because this would be the last time that she would be there and that kind of thing. I thought that was kind of cool. But when Ghost shows up and they start to have the conversation, and she says to him, you know, why are you trying to bring the scrutiny on us? You know, what's gonna happen when they look into you, da 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 da. But then she says, you know, like, I know what Tariq is in trouble. Why you want Tariq to turn himself in? And he's like, Ghost is like, that's not my idea. But it's a good idea. That right there starts the rest of the process that leads to Ghost being killed. Okay, because once Tate lied to Tasha, saying that it was Ghost's idea, when all Tate did was take the information that Dre gave him, okay, that in general, the cops know that Tariq is likely killed Ray Ray, okay, which will become another important topic I want to talk about at the end of this video. But Tate took that, lied to Tasha, and told her that Ghost told her all that, and it's Ghost's idea to throw Tariq under the bus, to get him to confess. That's how it gets in Ghost's head, and that's one of the driving things for the rest of the episode, why in the end, Tariq and Tasha say, we got to kill this man, you know, to get him off, to get him out of our way so we don't go to jail. Now, one of the things about this episode that I didn't like, by all the last 5 episodes, compared to episode 10, was the very different dialogue and actions that's happened between Ghost and all the people that he talked to. It makes for a whole different story. In episode 10, for example, talking to Tasha, let's just keep it with Tasha and Ghost, right? When they meet at Raina's gravesite, right? Ghost apologizes for hurting Tasha the night before. He says, hey, you know, I release you from this marriage, and like, you know, I'm moving on with Ramona. And, you know, Tasha seems hurt by the idea that he's moving on. But I'm like, hey, you know, he left you for Angie anyway, so what's the big deal? But when you see in this episode, he's a whole new level of asshole to her and to Tariq too. But first with Tasha. First he says, I'm going to take your kids from you and I'm going to let another woman raise them. How does that not motivate her to want to kill Ghost? Then I'm like, this is completely unnecessary. For him to be like, if he really said it, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, I release you from this marriage, you can go be the chicken head, the Tasha Green, the half smart chicken head that would be in the projects if it wasn't for me. This is not consistent. I know the writers were trying to do. They wanted us to see Ghost as a 110% asshole that had no remorse for anyone, so you could understand why his family would kill him. But they went too far with that, okay? Because think about it. If Ghost really felt that way about this woman, why would he marry her? Why would he stay married to her, have 3 kids with her? Please note that in this series, every time he had a problem with the drug game, he had a problem with Tommy, he went to Tasha. Tasha guided him when he couldn't find Tommy because Tommy thought that Ghost and Angie were working against him. Tasha was the one that came up with the idea of getting rid of the Serbs Connect so Ghost can move into that territory. Tasha is the one that set up all the finances, the legit finances, so they weren't investigated by the IRS. You know what I'm saying? Like she did when he got out of jail. When he was in jail, Tasha was there for him. When he got out of jail, he tried to get back with Tasha. So all of a sudden said this whole time, all he saw her was a chicken head that he had to take care of is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know they want us to hate him, but they went too far with that, okay? I understand this too far. And then also with Tariq, right? That scene of Tariq and Ghost in his apartment, right? And he's like in his hotel room, right? Ghost is a belligerent drunk in this episode. Once Tariq pushes him, all of a sudden he beats his ass over that. How did he not remember any of that happening in episode 10? How did we not see that? You know what I'm saying? According to Ghost, they had a civil conversation. Ghost was trying to encourage him to do the right thing instead of threatening him by sending him to jail and threatening to kill him. Like when he's like, why did you kill Breeze? Ghost's response is, Breeze forced my hand. Son, don't force my hand. Yes, he is threatening to kill his own son if his son doesn't turn himself in for murder. You know what I'm saying? Why would Tariq not want to kill him? Okay, again, talking to Tariq in this episode, that's what it was. He blamed Tasha for him beating Tasha's behind to Tasha and to Tariq. That's not what we saw in episode 10. I'm like, what is this? You know what you did to make me mad? That's your fault. I had to put my hands on you. Like, what kind of shit is this? Who is this dude that we're watching right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't make any sense. And it's inconsistent. He's been an asshole before. Yes. He did beat up Tasha. Yes. That ain't the first time he put his hands on her. He put his hands on her in season 2 when she kicked him out the house. So, but I'm like, which version are we supposed to believe? Is episode 10 what really happened? Or is episode 15 what really happened? Because episode 15 is what really happened. Tariq and Tasha didn't have too much of a choice but to kill this man. You know, Ghost threatened to send in this episode. Ghost threatened to send Tasha to jail. You know, over Keisha. So after those meetings, they sit down and say, Ghost is going to send one of us to jail or kill one of us. He got to go. Okay, that's it. So I'm saying, so they have some kind of justification for this. Now, for you to say this came out of nowhere or this is predictable, that's what I hear a lot. I see a lot of people writing and saying it was predictable. I would say Ghost killing Tariq killing his dad is not predictable as it is inevitable. Like, there's a difference, right? Predictable to me is when the writers are lazy, they don't know what to do, and the best thing they can come up with at the last minute is throw in something like, well, Tariq is going to kill his dad. They've been working for this since season 3. You know what I'm saying? So if you go back to season 3, episode 8, Trust Me, that's named the episode, that's when Kanan takes Tariq to Breeze's room that Ghost killed him in, and Kanan is about to shoot Tariq in the back of the head, and Tariq don't know that. But Kanan starts asking about his dad, and that's when Tariq, high on Ling, is like, I hate my dad. You know what I'm saying? He left my mom. You know, he's treating us bad. You know, I hate him. That's what saved Tariq's life, for one. But that begins the process of Tariq more and more hating his dad, seeing him as a villain, seeing him as a liar, which never got fixed because Ghost continued to lie to Tariq. They've been working that for a very long time. So this is it's inevitable. I mean, to me, like, I was like, that's good writing to me. Because if they at the end would have said Sax killed Ghost, that would have been some bullshit. Like, you really wouldn't have believed that. Sax, Tate, Paz getting the better of Ghost, you would not have believed that. Dre, I think we would have believed that, but then Dre's an asshole in of himself. How is that redeemable? Like, how are we rooting for Dre to take out Ghost? Tariq doing it in support with his mom, to me, was somewhat, you know, it tied it up. I mean, short of Ghost always knew he was gonna die anyway. The show, remember in season 1 when he was talking to Tasha, and he was like, I gotta get out this game, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, I don't know any old drug dealers. They're either dead or inside. And every drug dealer, except for Tommy, ended up dead and or inside in this show. Ghost went to jail, Ghost died. Dre died in jail. You know what I'm saying? So it was always destined that Ghost was not walking away from this. You know what I'm saying? So if it had to be Tariq, I guess that's the best you're gonna get. Okay? But the one thing of knowledge that I will say is that when Ghost told Tasha, we've done everything we can for Tariq and nothing has worked. You know what I'm saying? Why don't he do something for himself? That's absolutely true. That was knowledge, right? When he told Tasha in the penthouse that you know, like you think you said, she asked, did you ever love me? Right? And he's like, I did. And part of me does. But you don't love the man standing in front of you. You love the drug dealer, the biggest drug dealer in New York City. That's who you love. You didn't love the man standing in front of you. That was absolute truth. You know what I'm saying? You go back to season 1, she didn't want anything to change. She couldn't see anything but the drug dealer. But that's who she met. That's the man she fell in love with. That's the man that gave her a penthouse. That's the man that gave her 3 kids. Why would she know anything else? Why would she even think there should be anything else? You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that's fair. It's not like he was legit when they met and then he became dirty and now he's trying to be legit again, you know? But anyway, so let's talk about the plan, okay? Tasha is gonna kill Ghost. Tariq is gonna be the lookout point man in this mission, right? Once Tasha came up with that plan, she already planned to blame everything on Q, okay? Because when she goes back to his house the next night, and she says, "Hey, I need you to take me to go see my husband, you know, work out this divorce thing." She takes his gun, right, and sticks it in her purse. So she was already planning to pin this shit on him, which is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So in this scene, I was kind of torn, right? Because from a parenting perspective, I would say Tasha is doing everything she can for Tariq, because it kind of makes her a loving mother. It makes her a loving mother. She loved the boy that much. I mean, he has done a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? But then she's trifling, right? Because she's doing Q wrong. Q was just trying to be there for her. You know what I'm saying? But now she's already prepared to put this man in jail. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was kind of fucked up. Anyway, that's the plan. Right? So she was already going to set him up. She didn't tell Tariq that she was going to set somebody up for this. Okay? Which would have probably fixed a few things. You know what I'm saying? That people happen. So we get there. Tariq goes to talk to Tommy. Let's talk about this. So Tariq's already talked to Ghost. All right? And again, the conversation was very different. In this episode, when Tariq gives Ghost one last opportunity to say, "Hey, Dad, you really want me to turn myself in?" And he goes, "Well, it ain't gonna be me." That's a selfish motherfucker right there. So right there, I can see Tariq going like, "You definitely got to go." Okay, but that's not what we heard in episode 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very different dialogue, right? So anyway, Tariq gets on some type of, you know, train or whatever, goes to see Tommy. Please note that they want you to believe that after that conversation of talking to Tommy, that Tariq, one, he texts his mom. He plans to text his mom to tell her that Dre is coming, not that Tommy's coming. Okay? But he stops, tries to call her. She doesn't answer the phone. So then he calls Vincent to set Tommy up for murder? Like, that's your next step to protect your mom? Because that doesn't make any sense, right? Like, I mean, he's already heading back to Truth. Why doesn't he head back to Truth, get his mom out of there, and let Dre take care of it, since he knows Dre is coming? You know what I'm saying? He didn't have enough time either. There's no way he had enough time to call Vincent, wherever Vincent was, gets a whole crew, and sets up an ambush for Tommy if it wasn't already pre-coordinated. That makes no sense. That was bad writing right there, okay? He should have set up the Vincent kill for Tommy when he got on the train to go meet Tommy. He should have picked up the phone then. Tasha should have told him that Tommy almost killed her over Keisha, and then this way Tariq could have set him up to protect his mom and also to help the fact that they're about to kill the Ghost. I think that's how the shit went down and would have went a little bit better. So anyway, Tariq gets on the thing, heads back over there. Tasha's there in the car, but he doesn't go to see his mom. How does he know Dre's not already there? How did he know that Dre was on his way, hadn't made it yet? If he's convinced that Dre's gonna kill Ghost, why wasn't he waiting for Dre? Like, that's what he should have did. Why did he go down to the SUV and get his mom out of there to say, "Hey, Mom, we don't have to do this. Dre is coming, and he's gonna take care of it"? Why didn't that happen? Okay? The whole speech of him talking to his dad, bringing up Breeze again, why is he bringing up Breeze? Why is he acting like he's killing his dad over Breeze? He should be, in anything, he should be trying to avenge Kanan, okay? Because Tariq is the one that killed Kanan, but Ghost and Tasha is one that sent Kanan to jail, right? So I didn't understand that. Also, after he shoots him, he sees after he shoots Ghost, Tommy's there looking at him, right? My question is, at this point, let's say who's all at truth. They want us to believe Dre's outside right now. At that moment, Dre's outside because he's walking in as he hears the shot. Okay, Blanca's there because she just pulls up because she gets punched out by Dre. Sax is there because Sax comes into the building after Ghost is shot, goes outside and sees Blanca and helps her up. Tasha's there. How is it none of these people are seeing each other? How is it Blanca not seeing Tasha or even Tommy? Because Tommy was there too. He came in right after Ghost was shot, it seemed like. So how are these people all there and no one seeing each other? Doesn't make any sense. Going backwards real quick, when Tariq was talking to Ghost at the hotel, right? And right before Ghost, jacks him up, and Tariq is keep on trying to get Ghost to confess about why he killed Breeze. I really thought that he was wearing, I kind of hoping he was wearing a wire. Like maybe he was trying to catch Ghost confessing the murder so he can send Ghost to jail for a murder he actually committed. You know what I'm saying? Like that would have been a better storyline. If you don't like the idea of Tariq killing his dad, Tariq sending Ghost to jail for killing Breeze would have been vengeance for Kanan. Because Ghost and Tasha sent Kanan to jail. Like that would have made more sense to him killing his dad, right? And he couldn't get out of it because he did it. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought that would have been a better ending than I guess to him just straight up shooting him. But let's talk about Tariq seeing Kanan. Like I was like, what? So he and his dad have shared like psychoses. Like both of them see Kanan everywhere they go, right? And Kanan he's talking to Kanan. He's using Kanan like Ghost does. Like he's talking to himself, but he's using Kanan to justify what he's about to do. All right, okay, let's go with that. My thing is, what I would have wanted to see was Raina. So remember how he was looking at Raina? Tariq was looking at Raina's pictures and feeling bad and remorseful and all that shit. I would have loved to have Raina and Kanan there talking to Tariq. First Raina, right, to say, why are you doing this? Why are you killing our dad? Like he's trying, he's talking to himself, but he's using Raina to do it, right? Because he's haunted by that. He's haunted about the fact that he let his sister die, right? That would have been a dramatic scene. And then Kanan pops up. And then Kanan convinces him to do it, to show that Tariq had some type of remorse about it before he did it, right? I thought that would have been good, like good versus evil would have been awesome to see that scene. Then he goes upstairs, shoot his dad. Why is Tariq out there crying? Like all of a sudden after he kills his dad? Is he mad? Is he sad because he killed his dad? Nope. He's mad that Tommy saw him. Why didn't Tommy try to kill Tariq before he left? That's what really makes me mad about this series. This episode in particular, that they want us to believe that Tommy, who killed Holly, the love of his life, because he thought Holly had Ghost killed, did not try to kill Tariq, the man who set him up to be killed by Vincent, and then actually killed his brother Ghost, that Tommy just said, fuck it, it happens, and he just drove off into the sunset? No. Tommy should have made an effort. Like he should have drove up to Tasha's place, about to go up there and kill both of them, really, because he knew that Tariq couldn't do that by himself. And he killing Tasha for Keisha. And instead, Blanca comes. He sees Tariq and Tasha being walked out, by being arrested. Actually, so Tasha at that point would have been arrested. Then he would have been like, "Oh, I can't do it. The cops are there." But make an effort, Tommy. Show us the writer should have showed us that Tommy cared enough to at least make one last effort to avenge his brother. Then he drives off because, hey, obviously Tasha got caught up, left. So, after Tariq kills Ghost, Tasha takes Dre's gun from Tariq. Now she has two guns. She has Q's gun and she has Dre's gun. Where did she put Dre's gun? Where did she put the actual murder weapon? They want you to believe that she went back to Q's apartment apparently that night and put Dre's gun in place of Q's gun. So whatever happened to Q's gun? Because again, originally she was going to shoot a Ghost with Q's gun, but now that Dre's gun is the murder weapon, she has to put it there. Or do they want us to believe that after the interrogation, they go home? How does Stern? I'm sorry, I'm bouncing around. How does Stern know? Why is Stern the first one to know that Dre was killed in prison? Why is that information Stern even has? Why is he hiring Tasha for a job? Besides the fact, what does he know about Tasha's business savvy? That makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? He's basically hiring her because she's black. Which again, why do they keep on putting this theme into Power? Ghost, the only reason Ghost was going to be part of the political campaign is because he's black. And the only reason I guess Stern wants Tasha on to work for him is because she's black. Doesn't make any sense. I didn't understand that. But anyway, Tasha goes home, talks to Tariq, saying Dre is dead. What are we going to do now? Which I don't see the problem. Dre being dead makes it easier to frame him because he can't be alive to say otherwise. Right? But anyway, Tariq tells Tasha, don't worry about it. He fails, much like his dad, I guess. He likes to keep everything on the inside. He fails to tell Tasha that, hey, Mom, don't worry about it. I'm blackmailing Saxe because I know Saxe was there that night, yet last night, you know, that the Ghost was killed. So he's going to help me frame Dre. If Tariq would have told Tasha that, Tasha wouldn't have bothered calling the cops on Q. So my question is, she calls the cops on Q, almost acting like she forgot to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because again, when did she put Dre's gun in Q's place? When did she do that? Because if she calls the cops and then goes to the house, how does she know she has enough time to have sex with them, get him out the way, switch out the guns, take his gun, and leave Dre's gun? When did she have time to do that? I'm confused. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. So, Tasha gets arrested, ultimately. My question is, why didn't Blanca arrest Tariq for killing Ray Ray? Since season 5, episode 1, okay, the only reason Blanca has been on this show was to solve the murder of Ray Ray, okay? And once she figured out that Tariq likely did it because of Dre's testimony, because of the blood at the scene, why did she not arrest both of them? Okay, Tasha, you're under arrest for killing your husband. Tariq, you're under arrest for killing Ray Ray. Right? It makes no sense that she's been using the information of Tariq killing Ray Ray as leverage against Tasha. Just go ahead and arrest Tariq. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand how they didn't just solve that right then. Okay. Also, Tariq left fingerprints all over Truth. Okay, because he was touching everything after he killed Ghost. He also left fingerprints in Ray Ray's place, like on the doorknob when he cracked the doorknob. So it shouldn't be that hard to send this man to jail. There's more physical evidence of Tariq killing Ghost and Ray Ray than is on Tasha. Okay, so I don't understand why Tariq didn't go to jail. Also, once again, Tariq is watching someone take the blame for what he did, take the consequences. He watched Ray Ray kill Raina, did nothing to stop it. He watches the cops arrest his mom and does nothing to stop it. Okay, this whole bullshit about mom, let me confess, mama tell the truth. You tell the truth. Ghost was right. Ghost was right. This motherfucker should take the responsibilities of his own actions. And when he's given the opportunity, he sits there and lets somebody else do it. He could have took the bullet from Ray Ray to save his sister. He didn't. He could have confessed to killing Ray Ray to Blanca so his mom wouldn't go to jail, and he didn't. He sat there and let his mom go to jail. He is a coward. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing redeemable about that. Okay, he ain't no gangster for that. You know what I'm saying? That part I was like, you can kiss my ass on that. Okay, so. Another thing, let's talk about Ghost being an asshole from the grave. Okay, so we get to the will. Let's talk about the will, right? He leaves all the money to Raina, Tariq, and Yaz. He leaves money to Paz. Actually, I'm sorry, he left money to Angie and then gave it to Paz after Angie died, which means He went to go change his will after Raina died also, because Raina died first. Why would he still allocate money to Raina in his will if she was already dead? That doesn't make any sense. Okay? Like, that money, he should have divvied up that money between Yaz and Tariq, but it all goes to Tariq? Like, what about Yaz? Tariq cussed this man out. Tariq said, "You're not my father." Tariq threatened to kill this man. Tariq got his daughter killed. Yet through all that shit, you still want us to believe that he was like, nope, Tariq gets all my shit. Like, what's going on? What's going on with that? Okay, I was like, this makes no sense. And he left nothing to Tasha. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? If they wanted to show, what they should have did was said, Mr. St. Patrick recently came in and changed his will and said the money that you would get, Tasha, is now given to the kids. Something happened. Them breaking up, him finding out that she's dealing drugs and trying to get Tariq to deal drugs is too much for Ghost. So at some point, he comes in and changes his will. That makes more sense. That showed him that he was some type of reasonable, respectable husband that he would have provided for his wife. But then she was like, he's like, I can't. You know, you're a drug dealer. I can't deal with you, which is hypocritical. But to say that she gets nothing, her mom gets money, but Tasha gets nothing. Kate gets money, but Tasha gets nothing. We watched the episode again where Kate didn't even show up to Raina's funeral. She didn't even know Raina's name. Okay, if you go back and watch the episode, she goes over to see Tommy. She's looking for drugs, and she's asking for like some Rihanna, some name she gave. He's like, "When's her funeral?" "I'm sorry, she's dead." And Tommy's like, "Her name is Raina, and she died. Her funeral was a couple of days ago." This absent-minded woman is the someone that Ghost cared so much about. He wanted to provide for, but not his wife, not the mother of his kids. That's what you want us to believe. He's that much of an asshole, huh? It doesn't make any sense. All right, Yaz. Why was Yaz there? That little girl should just heard her dad's dead, and she acts like she don't even know where she's at. She's just standing there, blank-faced. I'm like, why do you bother? Clearly, she's a cute little girl. Clearly, she can't act, okay? Write her off. You know what I'm saying? Big Mama, once again, is babysitting Yaz while Tasha and Tariq handled the finances of putting the dad in the ground. Don't put her there. It just looks weird. It takes away from the whole scene. Let's talk about mourning. Yaz is not crying for her dad. The only people left who give a fuck that Ghost is dead is Tommy, to an extent, in the sense that he was mourning for him at the moment of his death, and Ramona. Ramona, in Tate's episode, is the only one showing any kind of love for this man after he's dead. That's real fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I thought that was a thing. Okay. The scene of Tasha going into prison as Tariq is going into school, I see the duality. I thought that was kind of cool from a cinematic point of view. Are they trying to say at some level they're both imprisoned? That Tariq is imprisoned because he's doing exactly what his dad is making him do? That's the other thing. That's the other part. Since season 3, Tariq has been like, I don't want your money. I don't need your money, Ghost. I'm going to make my own shit. And in the end, he's doing exactly what his dad wanted. Exactly. Going to college, get a degree, and then he's going to get everything? But why did he say fuck Ghost and his money? I don't need any of this. I'm going to go out there and get on the street and sell drugs like my dad did and make my own money. Why did he go to college if he hates his dad so much? If you don't want to think about it, he killed the man. Why even go to college, huh? And why did he kill his dad? I want to talk about that. He says he's doing it because Ghost is in his way, right? But then he brings up Angie. So is he killing him because Ghost is threatening to send him to jail, or is he really killing him because Ghost left him and his whole family for Angie? I say he killed him because he's like, you left me for us, for another woman. You ruined our lives. You're the reason why all this shit happened, and I don't want to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? That was the real reason. If he would stay with his family, Ghost still would have been alive. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, to me, Tariq's speech to his dad should have been, You threatened to kill me or send me to jail. You threatened to send mama to jail. You beat mama up. You gotta go. Don't bring up any bullshit about Breeze, because that don't make any damn sense. All right. Personally, Tasha going to jail, voluntarily going to jail for her son, is consistent. It's not predictable, because she wanted to do that the first time, because she told Silver right after Tariq killed Ray Ray, she went straight to Silver and tried to confess to killing Ray Ray. She was gonna do that anyway. A twist would have been, what I would like to have seen, to avenge Kanan, the man he's seeing in his visions. Tariq should have killed his dad if he had to, kill his dad and purposely blame his mom, frame his mom for the murder and send her to jail. Don't let her confess. Like she was gonna ride off and work for Stern, which makes no damn sense. If it had turned out that Tariq, his plan was to set her up for setting up Kanan, that would have been awesome. That would have been a good betrayal, the final betrayal. He kills one parent, sends the other parent to jail. That would have been awesome. I would have been like, Tariq's a badass at that point. If he would have, and she would have took it. She probably would have took it because that's her son. You know what I'm saying? But if she would have known that he's the one that ultimately snitched on her and got her arrested for killing Ghost, that would have been a good ending. Okay. So Tariq is going to college. He took his GED. Like, what grade is he in? I'm confused on that. If he's doing advanced placement, shouldn't there be some kind of GED? Is like you dropped out of high school and you got to take your GED. He's so smart that he's gonna hurry up, take his GED, and go to college the next day. That's stupid, but we'll put that to the side. When Tariq goes to his dorm room and he's facing the camera and he closes the door, before you see his name, his full name, I would have loved to have seen Kanan, Raina, and maybe even Ghost behind him to say he's haunted. He's haunted by his past. He will always deal with Kanan, fact that he had Kanan killed, that he got his sister killed, and he killed his dad. That these three people, these images, just like his dad, are gonna live with him. That he's gonna carry that on. That if he does get his own series, that when he deals with big issues, Kanan is there, mentoring him through some shit. His dad is there, maybe being the voice of reason, telling him he should do things. Maybe Rain is there to say, why are you doing this? But to show he's still haunted by this shit, that he's taking it. You know what I'm saying? I would have loved to have seen that, right? Or when he closes the door and you see his full name, Tariq James St. Patrick, to say, I guess, Ghost is dead, but James St. Patrick lives. There's a knock on the door. You see the knock, open the door, there's Tommy, put a bullet right straight through his head. He drops, he's bleeding to death in his own college dorm. That's how it should have been. If not the ghost scene, so you know if there's gonna be something after this, Tommy took the time to find him at college and put him down for trying to kill him and killing his brother. That would have been it. I would have been like, there you go. But to let Tariq ride off into the sunset, no. Also, Tasha taking off her wig, showing her braids. She reminded me of Viola Davis when she took her makeup off in How to Get Away with Murder. Anyway, I gotta go. Thank you much for the video. These are my initial thoughts. What do you think? Put it in the comments. We'll talk about it again. There's more things you want to discuss. There's other things that come to my mind. I'll get back on camera. This review is kind of all over the place. I hope I made some kind of sense. But thank you very much for supporting this channel. Be with us for book 2. We'll do more stuff. Oh, Cornroll Tommy. That was too much. I gotta say that. Cornroll Tommy, second disrespect. First disrespect, Tommy. He don't make an effort to avenge Ghost. Second disrespect, Cornroll Tommy. No fucking sense. Terrible. Anyway, have a nice day.